Hi guys. Because many of you requires different genres. So today we will introduce the movie with both funny, both fictional, and a little bit horror. This is the Watch, Elite Defense Team. The main character is Evan, who lives in the small US town of Ohio. His personality is both enthusiastic and very optimistic. So Evan loves to make friends with everyone. He also friendly with the people of the town. Evan is also the manager of a supermarket. At work he is a very responsible person and hardworking. One day, Evan was dismissed from work as usual, preparing to go home. The guard, extremely excited, told Evan that, eventually he became an American citizen. So Evan says he can eat anything in the supermarket. Evan will be the payer. After listening to it, the guard began to eat and drink freely. But while watching TV, the screen is jerky. Then the power supply in the supermarket was cut off. The unsettled atmosphere began to cover. The stressed guard went to check in. He detects the existence of something terrifying but kept firing. But the bullets seemed to only enter the audience's eyes, not hit the object. He tried to escape but could not make it in time. Finally died in the supermarket. The next day, Evan saw off his wife for a trip, then go to the supermarket. But the police have sealed the scene. Evan knew that. The supermarket's security guard was brutally murdered. The murderer had skinned the guard. Seeing that scene, Evan was deeply grieved. But the police in charge of this case are very superficial. No further investigation. Evan could not expect more of the police finding the culprit. He used the time off from the soccer game. Get everyone in town to form a neighborhood patrol to find out murderous criminals. Although the crowd enjoyed on the field enthusiastically responded. But in the end, only 3 people participated. The first one is Bob. He wants to be away from his wife and children every week. The neighborhood patrol team will gather as a dining and relaxation team. The second person is Franklin. Since childhood, he had dreams of becoming a police officer. But because it failed the test, so there is no chance to fulfill that dream. So he hopes to join the patrol team. The third person is Jamarcus. He joined just for meeting beautiful girls. After that, with the girls, having fun passionately. Though the reason for everyone's participation made Evan feel ashamed. Evan thinks these are not important. Most importantly, they can catch the killer and also protect the safety of the town. On the second day, they wore custom-designed patrol uniforms and start checking suspicious things near the supermarket. Just now, Evan received a phone call. Strange sounds appeared in the sports building. So the 4 people quickly moved there. As a result, a bunch of kids are doing some mischief. Also used chicken eggs to attack them. Evan caught a kid trying to run away and catch him. Then take it to the police station. After 4 people left the station, the officer assumed that the patrol was a joke. He immediately released that student. There is no one on the road. The boy heard strange sounds on the roadside, immediately run away. But he was chased by something. Finally it caught him. Meanwhile, the patrol in the car was singing enthusiastically. As a result, Evan stabbed something out of inattention. 4 people get off the bus to check and discovered something like octopus legs stuck to the tire. Evan told everyone. The body of the guard was also stuck with this mucus. At this time, Franklin found a spear nearby. 4 people study it together. Spotting the ball is a dangerous weapon. Everyone was starting to get excited. After that, they happily drink together to congratulate. They guess this ball has something mysterious with aliens or government studies. But Evan said, no matter where this metal ball came from, it is definitely related to the case he protected. After returning home, Evan linked all the clues. But now Bob called him. It turned out that he saw a video of his daughter kissing a strange guy. So had an argument with a daughter. He called to find Evan to confide in. And Evan also told Bob about her infertility. His wife is always trying, that made him even more daring to tell the truth to his wife. While the 2 of them were talking, Evan received a phone call for help from an old man. He immediately called the other 2 to the scene. After 1 round of investigation, they discovered a certain species of creature. Franklin suggested everyone leave. Evan was not afraid because he wanted to connect with aliens. He gave the alien a candy. The alien immediately threw out a body, then kicked Evan away. But that monster did not deal with Franklin. Evan stood up and knocked out the alien. Next, the group took the aliens home, then take a bunch of pictures with it. Because he wanted to take this opportunity to become a celebrity. Meanwhile the aliens woke up. 4 people could not help team. The alien said, "Are already among Evan suddenly understood the aliens' intentions. He assumed they took the protector's skin, then in the disguise of a human living on Earth. So the next day the four people started to observe all the inhabitants of the town, hoping to find aliens in human guises. At that time, Evan accidentally met her new neighbor. She suddenly thought this man could be an alien, for he always compliments Evan's skin tone for being beautiful and elastic. It is still very mysterious. They decided to spy on this neighbor. When she got home, Evan's wife was wearing sexy lingerie. Prepare your husband for a surprise. But four people appeared together, making her extremely ashamed. Two people argued, but because you have to watch the neighbor. Evan still took his coat with teammates to the neighbor's wall. But now, Bob gets a phone call. I just know my daughter. Going to a party with the boy last time. Because to prevent the girl from being seduced by the other man to abuse, Bob led Franklin to the party. Evan and Jamarcus were also discovered by the neighbor. He even invited them inside. At this time, two people know the neighbor is having an 18-plus party in the basement. This is why he is so sneaky. After witnessing Evan wanted to leave. But Jamarcus decided to stay here and enjoy. On the other hand, the young man ignored the girl's rejection. Prepare to play perverse with her. Luckily, Bob and Franklin arrived just in time, just save the girl. Bob wants to teach that pervert. But the opponent went out to beat him, then throw Bob out the glass door. The girl has recognized the real face of the young man. After that, he returned home with his father. Evan tells the truth about the neighbor to Bob and Franklin. He also expressed dissatisfaction when the two left the mission. But Bob could not accept the directing attitude of Evan. He thinks that his daughter is more important than the job. Bob thinks that his family is left behind because of his job. Who is not responsible? Bob kept Evan speechless. He remembered the quarrel between the couple, seamlessly return home. Share with her about being infertile. The wife heard not only did not disparage him. That decision will face him through all. At this point, Jamarcus went to Evan's house, then lead the two to Bob's house. After everyone is present, Jamarcus cut his own hand with a knife. Blue blood flowed from the palm of his hand. It turned out that Jamarcus was an alien. 6 months ago he flew to Earth, wear human skin to disguise the human world. But the kindness of a human have gradually transformed him. He also comes to love life here. So Jamarcus reminded everyone they are just a group of people. Once you've completed your stealth and scouting missions, they will through transmitters call their fleets to invade the Earth. The transmitter is in the basement of the supermarket. When everyone heard that, they quickly kicked Jamarcus away and decide to address the dangers lurking. Franklin hides a lot of weapons. They are fully armed and then run to the supermarket. On the way, Evan called the police. The aliens are about to take over the Earth. Then people broke into the supermarket, prepared to damage the generator. But as soon as they discovered the aliens, the police also led colleagues to try to round up the people holding guns. He also claimed that it was the patrol that killed the town's residents. But now aliens suddenly appeared. A policeman was killed instantly. The remaining policeman was threatened to gas. Fortunately, everyone promptly fired, causing the aliens to be destroyed. Next, Franklin told the policeman the truth, tell him to restrain. Together they stopped the evil conspiracy of the aliens. But as soon as they found the transmitter, a young man who has an affair with Bob's daughter appears. Turns out he is also an alien. Bob decides to fight alone, and tell Evan and Franklin to break the generator. But when the transmitter was discovered, then surrounded by a bunch of aliens, the two people are in a dangerous situation. At that moment, Jamarcus promptly appeared. He killed all the aliens and let everyone know the aliens' weakness is the lower body. They normally use their lower body to think. Bob, after knowing the weakness, killed the young man. Evan reached for the generator and got the ball, prevent the transmitter signal. But more and more aliens are coming. People quickly exit the supermarket, take advantage of the power of the orb. Destroyed the whole supermarket.
Goodbye, sweet child of mine.
The aliens have been destroyed. The neighborhood patrol has completed its mission to save the world. In the end, Franklin became a police officer. Evan and his wife had a lovely daughter. Jamarcus continued to participate in happy parties, but they were still members of the neighborhood patrol. The four of them also continue to protect the town's security. That is the end of the movie.